Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. And if there was one transfer in this window that I really did not think was going to happen, and if there was one player that I thought that I was never going to talk about, was Donnarumma. About here we are. Donnarumma to Manchester City is on. It is really on, and it is happening really fast. And I mean, yeah, I'm really surprised that this deal is even happening. I mean, after the season that he had, after the season that PSG had, you never really thought that this was gonna happen. But we started hearing about 2-3 weeks ago that there are contract talks have been going on between them, and there has been some problem. But you think that it is Donnarumma, it is PSG, it is gonna get sorted quite quickly, but it doesn't really happen. And then you're thinking, you start hearing that the contract talks have stopped. PSG are looking for another keeper, and then still you think it is Donnarumma. I mean, they are going to look for a backup keeper. No, they go ahead and they approach Lucas Chevalier, and you are looking at, okay, hold on a moment. The guy had 14 clean sheets last season. He scored, he conceded just about 30 odd goals. So why are they bringing him in when they already have a Donnarumma? And then the news started to come in. Okay, the situation is really bad. And then the bombshell started coming in the last 24 to 48 hours. He was not picked for the UEFA Super Cup squad, and that was that game is tonight. And then last night he drops his statement, official statement, and he was really angry. He was pissed off about the situation that has been handled. He has said that somebody has decided that he's not ready to play for PSG. And then Luis Enrique comes out and he says that this is 100% my decision. He doesn't fit in my plans. He doesn't play according to the way that I want him to play. Which is quite surprising because of the fact that you have been here for the last 2 years and he has been your main number one goalkeeper. I mean, if you had a problem with the way that he plays, you would have replaced him earlier. But it is what it is. And then his agent comes out. He has given quite a strong worded statement, and he has said that they insulted Donnarumma with the contract that they provided. It was quite a shameful incident, and he had a real go at PSG. And then of course he mentioned that there are English clubs that are interested in signing Donnarumma, and of course we know Manchester City are there, and Manchester City have swooped in. They have already agreed personal terms with Donnarumma. I mean, what PSG were not really willing to give to Donnarumma, Manchester City are ready to give to him, and he has already accepted that. And if I'm being very honest with you, I don't think there's going to be that much problem for this deal to go through, because to be very honest with you, Donnarumma is going to leave. That's for sure, because he cannot sit on the bench. It's a World Cup year. He wants to play. He wants to be in that Italian squad, and he's not going to go to any normal European club. He's going to go to the big European clubs. And if I'm looking at the European clubs, there are not many clubs who really need a goalkeeper and who are really going to come in, and have a bidding war with Manchester City. I mean, Bayern are set, Real, Barca, Atleti, all of them have really good goalkeepers. You come in in Italy, the Italian teams don't really need that many. The top teams, they don't need a goalkeeper. You come in England again. Apart from maybe Chelsea could have had look in, but the reports say they are not really interested. Manchester United really want to sign him, and I would say I understand why. But if I am Donnarumma, I'm going to look at it. I'm really not going to go to Manchester United. To be very honest with you, I said that a lot of people have said this about United this summer quite a lot. But they keep on getting the players that they want, and I would not be surprised if Donnarumma ends up there. But at the moment, he has agreed personal terms with Manchester City, and Manchester City are now talking to PSG regarding the fee. It is about 40 to 45 million euros. PSG want that. Manchester City want to get this deal done under 40 million euros. They want to pay less. At the moment, if I'm being very honest, I mean, Manchester City are in a perfect situation. I mean, they know the situation between PSG and Donnarumma. It is complete. It feels like a WrestleMania main event between both of them. That it is gonna be a no-go. He's never gonna play for them again. And all bridges have been burned there. So Manchester City know they are in pole position. There is no other club coming for him. They can demand, they can set the fees that they want, and PSG, they don't really want a problematic situation at the club, and they know he's not going to play. The manager has decided, and as I said, it has too much drama has already happened. It is a setback for PSG in terms, because I don't think he's worth 45 million euros. I think he's worth more than that. But because of his contract situation, because of all the drama that has already happened, they have to get less money for him, and he has to unfortunately go for it. And Donnarumma on the other hand, I think he would be really happy to accept that Manchester City offer. He would be really happy to go ahead and play for Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. He's going to leave PSG, but he's going to a club that is going to fight for the Champions League, that is going to fight for the Premier League title. He's going to a club, again, as I said, he's not going to go to a normal European club. He wants to go to a top club. Of course, and Manchester City are one of the top clubs in the world, not only in Europe. So this deal makes perfect sense for everybody. Manchester City are waiting for that Edison deal. We have all known throughout the summer that he's going to end up leaving, and I think he's going to leave quite quickly, but Manchester City are waiting for him to go so that they can officially make the move and they can, bring in Donnarumma. And for the money that they are bringing, I mean, it's an amazing signing. He has won everything there is to be won. He won the Champions League, the Liga. I mean, he is an exceptional player. For me, top 3 goalkeepers in the world at the moment, no doubt about it. And again, that is why I'm quite surprised how PSG have let him go. And what all the drama has happened. I don't know how much money he wanted, and the fact that the way that Donnarumma and his agent have reacted, it feels like PSG have really screwed up, in my opinion. They've tried, I think they really did not want to give him that much money, and they thought that they have brought in the Chevalier. I don't think he's going to do. He has demanded that much money what Donnarumma was demanding, and I think they are looking to cut expenses, which is again a weird thing to say for PSG. They have won so many things, they have so much money. I don't think it is about money, to be very honest with you. I think there is something personal grudge that has happened, and ties have been severed between the club, between the manager. I think there has something has happened with the chairman. Something bad has happened off the scene. Otherwise, you cannot convince me to say that PSG were not willing to give Donnarumma what he wanted. I mean, it is quite interesting. But PSG's loss is Manchester City's gain. Is gonna come in and automatically, he makes that defense, much better than it already had. Edison really did not have a good season last year, and he's going to come in and he's going to be another improvement on Manchester City's score from last year, and they're going to come back for that title. It is going to be a really tough a challenge for the other teams. Manchester City are going to come back for vengeance. Everybody laughed at them last year, so they are going to come back to make sure that everybody, they laugh on everybody else now. And I think Donnarumma is going to fit in perfectly. It's an amazing sign. It has not happened, but it is to happen. I think it is going to get sorted. I just don't see any problem in this signing, if I'm being very honest with you. I don't think anybody is going to come in, anybody is going to make a bet. Manchester City are just waiting. They have a great personal term, so it is a done deal, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of the entire situation, the way PSG and Donnarumma have fallen apart. What do you think is the reason that this has happened? And Donnarumma going to Manchester City, what do you think about this deal? Do you think he is going to go there and be a good player, or do you think it is going to end up in a bust? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 550 subscribers before the end of the transfer window, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.